Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Here, Colm, aye. You get your trousers on yet and you ready to come out here? Mon, let's get this show on the road.
Hold on. Okay, they're on me now. I'm ready to go. Welcome to the last episode ever, YoS 3 2015. Hell yeah.
Yay!
Do you always have to do the yay? I'm fed up with the fucking
I thought that
yay.
intro was a bit like Too Unlimited.
No, Colm's got his trousers on.
Okay, lads.
Sounds like how I announce my sexual entrance.
Yeah. Fuck off. Okay, well, this is it, lads. This is the last episode. How is everyone doing?
The last ever one.
Oh, God. If only we had money to put in the meter to keep this dream going, to hijack other podcast listeners and to get more downloads. If only we could.
You know what? I think people should start a Patreon campaign just purely to get us back.
Patreon, yes. And Kickstarter.
The Kickstarter, yeah.
Kick
I'll do the
Patreon.
kicking. So, lads, how is everyone since 2015 finished?
Skint.
Fuck, you're fucking skint, man. And Stuart, how are you?
I'm fine.
How's the house hunting going?
It's going splendidly. We've been going round houses. Yes, round the houses, you could say.
Do people know you've been going to them, or have you just
No.
been going round people's houses?
We've just been driving up to houses and looking at them. And
cracking a window up and then going in and having a look.
We could steal that one tonight. That looks good.
Who needs to be a homeowner? Let's just squat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a plan.
Squatting for the win.
Yep.
Anyway, so as usual, I have my Merry Band. Fuck's sakes.
You have a band of people.
My band of merry men.
I've got a ragtag squadron of renegades, rightards, and rout-rods.
Yeah. We're the bad bunch of the YoS boys.
We're the cast of Tombstone. You did say you want to be a cowboy.
So let's start with Matt, because he's very quiet in the background there. How have you been doing, Matt?
Yeah, not too bad. It's been an eventful, 2.5 months? So I'm a changed man, slightly. The show notes probably wouldn't reflect that statement, but I'll stand true to it.
In a rough roundabout, what have you got up to then?
Oh, it's been, I think, a year of shame stopped me buying software, so I thought I'd make up with it with buying hardware. So, I'm not going to lie, it's been a bit of a splurge the past year, but... Thank God I thought that was your missus.
No, my missus hasn't sounded like that in a long time. Anyway, let's move on. What have you bought, man?
It's been a PS4, a PS Vita, a Steam Link, a headset, and a comfy new chair instead of a kitchen one that I normally perch on.
Fuck me.
Jesus Christ.
Well, let me finish my drink first, Colm.
Usually puts you in a dress first as well, aren't you?
No, he's been settling for just lipstick lately.
Yeah, I look good in lipstick.
It looks like a fab.
So what the hell? Did you win the lotto or something?
No, it was just sneaky. You're monitoring eBay and you think, oh, that's a bit of a steal. That's a bit of a steal. And, oh, look, I've bought shitloads.
So all hardware, no games to play it on.
Maybe. I think I haven't. Maybe. I mean, it's. I was writing on the notes and I was saying I haven't bought much, and then I was tapping away and I was like, oh, I got that, and I got that, And I got that. But I think it's been mostly, what are we, sort of 2.5 months since we finished. So I think there was an initial splurge on payday at the end of January, but it hasn't been much since then. So changed slightly. A couple of humble bundles, and the Division is my first brand new disc-based game in a long time. But apart from that, fairly steady, he says.
Yeah.
I'll rest my case.
Fairly steady. What do you get? Fucking $5,000 a month or something? You managed to
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
a PS4, a Vita, and fucking a Steam Link all in 1 month. What the fuck?
No. Different weeks.
Oh, different weeks, but all in the one fucking month.
Yeah, just a bit of a post-Christmas splurge, but that's it. I'll behave now.
Yeah, sure
honest.
you will, yeah. Connor, what about yourself? Because you're always skint with the family and all that, new baby and all that shit, and job sharing or whatever.
Has the social been near you?
Not
The epic continuation of the story. Has the social been near? You know what I mean? Folk out there care.
You got back pay from the
Those
social.
people downloading. Yeah.
I wish. That would be fantastic. I actually haven't bought anything. I really haven't bought any games. I've been sent a couple for review. I've been lucky enough to get a nice copy of Volume, which was fantastic. And what else did I get? Not a Hero as well, which is also fantastic. Two very, very
Well, of course,
good
you're going to
games
say
I've
that.
played.
You're getting paid to say it.
I'm not getting paid to say it. I wish I was.
Well, they gave you a free game. That's payment in coin, mate. Okay.
This for the man who got Tower of Review. That was Tower of Review. Shall we not forget Tower of Guns?
Yeah, classic.
Is that out of choice though, Connor?
What, Tower of Guns? No, that was forced on me by PlayStation Plus. I didn't request that at all. No, I've had like the PlayStation Plus stuff for the last couple of months, but I don't think I've touched it. I kind of hit a point of going, I don't really know what to play. I'm a bit, not sure what I want to play. So I've kind
You
of
should take some
languished
happy
a bit
pills
in-
for that, mate.
I should. Oh, I won a copy of Tesla Grad as well, off Twitter. So I've not bought anything. I've been tempted by the Division. It's just been my birthday, and Catherine was like, "Oh, do you want a game then for your birthday?" Well, I did one Uncharted 4 because she got me Uncharted 2, and I think she got me 3 as well. When they came out, but I was like, well, it's been delayed again, so it's not out for ages now. So it's like, oh well, what else is out? So Division's out.
May's no ages. It's a
Well,
couple of months.
it's ages from my birthday. It's 2 months after my birthday. So she said, "Oh, well, do you want Hitman?" And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe. Do you want the Division? So she said, "Well, just tell me when you actually want something." So I think potentially my first game might actually be Republic. When that comes out, I've seen a nice limited edition version of that, so I think I might get that for PS4. But that's not until end of the month.
Is that the iPad game?
Yes, but reworked for PS4 and PC, I think.
Why would you want to fucking spend your birthday money on an iPad game?
Because it's been updated, and it's got David Hayter doing one of the voices, along with Jennifer Hale as well, I think. It's supposed to be really good. I've not played it. I'm curious. I want something a bit different. I was tempted to get Beyond Two Souls and Heavy Rain because they've both come to PS4, but I own them both on PS3, and I wasn't the biggest fan.
Yeah.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Beyond Two Souls. Love Heavy Rain, but
Are you saying what's the point there? The man who wrote every platform.
he's waiting for the version to come out for his microwave, isn't he?
It's just how you like these things, you know what I mean? It's a trip to memory lane, this show, you know what I mean?
And how many copies of Uncharted do you now own, Colin?
Okay. Okay, so Stuart, what have you got? Apart from a big mortgage.
Well, not yet. I've just been going round the houses, I said. No going in them, just going round them.
Collecting.
I've just been going round begging. Excuse me, sir. No, game wise, officially sitting, I have only got one game, and I've bought 2 pieces of DLC since the challenge ended. Unofficially, it's not quite that true. But yeah, I got the Division Collector's Hoo-Ha Big Watch Edition because why not? And I got the Fallout 4 Season Pass as well. And I'm going to buy Life is Strange tonight for £8.
That's not
Well,
bad,
how'd you
deal.
get it for £8?
Because it's deal of the week on the Xbox. So I'm going to buy it before it disappears. In the interlude between the Year of Shame and now, I've now earned my pips and I'm now classified as professional press.
Professional's a bit loose. Have they not spoken to you?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get citationed, but
You have to sleep with somebody to get that.
No, he had to say wouldn't.
I had to be forceful yet firm.
Good lad.
But yeah, I've had Sebastian Loeb's Rally, Street Fighter 4, Unraveled, Super Hot, Far Cry Primal, Rocket League, UFC 2, Hitman, Plants vs Zombies, Garden Warfare 2. Basically, I haven't missed a game this year.
You haven't bought a game, but you haven't missed any of the big releases. That's pretty damn impressive.
And the indie stuff, yeah, you know what I mean? It was a case of, when they said to me, yeah, you're going to get your page, I was like, okay, and as is very much apparent when you read it, I'm like away in a sweetie shop, I just go, what's out that week? Oh, I want that one. So I therefore try and get that one, as well as interviewing all the greatest names in gaming.
I just got a vision of you and Colm being the Scottish and Irish Lou and Andy from Little Britain.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
So what's the story, Stuart? Do you get these for reviewing then? Do you these copies for review?
Yeah. I contact the publisher and
Alright,
interest them about my wanting to feature their fine product to our readership, and I get the game through the mail, because I may also have got the Division through the mail, which is quite a technical argument as well. So I got the Division for free, as well as paying for the special edition. So I have two Divisions, which make a whole.
So you using one as a coaster?
I may have gave it to my best pal because I owed him, and I was like,
Hold on, but I don't have an Xbox One.
Yeah, see, sadly, you don't owe me. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird being what we're doing, and I'm loving it. And I'm sure if you follow me on Twitter and shit, you know I'm loving it, and I talk about it non-stop. And I'm more adulterated now on Twitter. I'm not the crazy young child I used to be. I'm very much an adult.
You're torn.
I wear my shirt.
Don't make me quote some of your tweets, mate.
You know,
Don't
shit
make me quote them.
got real. Shit got real when I changed my profile to say, "All views are my own." But yeah, it's cool. It's great. I would advise everybody to do it.
What? Do the job you love. You mean? That's what you're doing.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
busy
well-
tomorrow. I'll try Tuesday.
To be fair, it's like 7 years in the making, and it just so happens
Are you
after.
just offering all of us a job? Is it you getting too much work now? You're actually fabbing it out. You outsourcing?
Yeah, well, we came close with Street Fighter, and was like, Street Fighter's on the PlayStation. Oh, I don't know, but yeah, I had to bury that hatchet. So I do review PlayStation games now, on occasion. But I will berate them if they send me a multi-format game on the PlayStation. Unraveled. I was like, can I get an Xbox, please? Xbox. We only have an Xbox. We only have access to Xbox. And they sent me a PlayStation one, and I'm like, no.
Well, they just wanted you to see what the better version was like.
to all in sex and confusions, they don't know I own a PlayStation.
Yeah, but you're
I don't own a PlayStation. It's my brother's.
brothers, yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I don't openly say I have access to a
Okay,
PlayStation, because
the
it's
big
his,
question.
obviously.
The big question I want to know is: did you get the Xbox Ultimate Controller thingamajig, whatever you call it?
Yeah,
No,
that's what I
yeah.
You did.
But no, but I'm working on it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because you can't get them. It's very hard to get them still. It's like I've yet to actually see one in the shop. I've yet to be in a shop where I can buy one off the shelf. That's the God's honest truth. I haven't seen any in shops where I go, so I have no idea why they're still so rare. But it's almost 6 months on for release. So yeah,
Wow.
sad why not?
Wow.
Sad why I don't.
Okay,
So.
I thought you would have had one by now.
Yeah. Well, in between getting all the games I need to write. I need to interview people. Yeah, it's a busy fucking life.
Well, I'm always free for
So
interview.
Colm,
Anyway,
I'll interview the cool kids.
I'm the cool outfit.
It's the most popular man on the internet. We'd need to take half the book from. Half the book. World exclusive. Most popular man on the internet. Bang! Pages 9 through 10. Exclusive. Pull out poster.
Colm, have you still got your PS4 or have you traded it in for
The next.
an Atari 8200
No,
or
I'm the
something?
He's been doing CX.
No, I've got my PS4 and my PS3 and my Vita, so no.
We've even played together, haven't
Well,
we?
we have.
Obviously, Stuart
One
excluded.
occasion, yeah.
Oh.
We were meant to come back to it, but you
One
had
occasion.
fucking a wedding to go to.
I did have a wedding.
3
together,
months and
that's
you've
true.
played together once. Fucking hell.
We've got busy lives.
3
Poor
months.
Colm has to be tucked up in bed by his carer by 9:30.
I'm well past me bedtime at this stage. I've got an extension for tonight, 11:30.
Have you now?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning is right.
On a school night?
Yeah, I know. You've done well for yourself then, Stuart.
Everybody's done well. We're all alive. I've done exceedingly well.
Get around to me anyway. I just picked up a few games. No hardware. No Wii U's or 3DS's.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Well, I picked up Disney Infinity 2 and 3, The Order Special Edition, Skylander Swap Force, which I got for £1.
Get the fuck in.
Fall.
So he's bought so far he's bought 3 Toys to Life games, right? Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a pervert. And
Well, I don't know what that's going to do with it, but okay. Thanks for sharing. I know we can share here. Sharing's caring.
I like Skylanders, but no.
Is he modifying the Disney Infinity toys and turning them into butt plugs?
Fuck knows.
No need to modify them.
my butt's wide enough, mate.
Jesus.
So,
On that bombshell.
good night.
You want to be careful when you're sitting down, mate. You're going to end up losing some of your toys.
I got a Fallout 4 as well, special edition. Well, it wasn't a special edition as such. It was a book and a soundtrack, but there's only 4 bleeding tunes.
It was the Amazon edition.
Thank
Get
you.
it
Amazon
right.
edition, yeah, for €34, which was good. I'll probably get around to playing that in 2020. Charity shop pickups, Never Dead, Eternal Ring. That's not a euphemism. And
I hope they're 2 separate games.
Never Dead and Eternal Ring, yeah, they could go together all right. And Giants Citizen Kabuto. Yeah, it's not a
Wow, never heard
it's not
of
a South
those.
African name or anything like that. So yeah, that's me.
Wow.
That,
So
that
how
was-
many of them have you played then?
None of them. Not yet.
You're ashamed for 2 years running has worked really well for you, hasn't it?
That's it, man.
You are a changed man.
Oh yeah, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, man. Even Stuart will tell you that.
But you can kill an old dog. That's what we do know. You can kill the old dog.
You can, yeah.
Colm, old yeller of the year
If I
of
was a
shame.
dog, I'd be put down by now, but thank God I'm not. I might be as ugly as one, but I'm not a dog. So yeah, that was me.
You just smell like one. A really wet one.
Oh, I like a wet one. Anyway, so
How much have you drunk?
It's not that he likes a wet one, he's just used to it because of his
Kara
incontinence.
used them to wipe my arse.
Is this us no just... I was going to say, is this us no off on background about his rather large anus? Is this us just falling back into it? We just got out, but now we're falling
The,
back into it.
the ironic thing
horrifically.
is my arse is flatter than the rest of my body.
I thought you were actually going to say the erotic thing there.
Stop it! Anyway, this is...
I thought somebody was going to come in with a big bass there and start playing some cheesy bass.
So that's
Jesus.
a lot. No, Poor old Connor. I'm starting to feel sorry for him. You have to now post him an old present or something.
Well, don't feel too sorry for me, because the beginning of the...
Mortal Kombat yet, no?
Yeah, I've got it.
No, not yet.
Well, you never know. You might get one in the post later on. At some stage.
But I've got.
I know you've got it, but I'll
Unless
give you
it's-
something else instead of it.
No.
Unless it's the XL edition, brand new released. The XL edition was released on Friday.
He's sending you the PS4 edition.
No.
Yeah, I can't complain too much, because I did receive a package on Monday morning. No, yeah, Monday. Yes, Monday, that contained a scarf, a hood, and 2 Kurts.
Drugs dealer package, was it?
Exactly, yeah. It's that Kurt that you said I would look like an Irish drug dealer. So I've been practicing my Irish accent and saying, would you like to buy some snacks?
Potatoes. Brilliant. So it seems you'd be spending your money on photo shoots then, is that the case?
I didn't spend the money on the clothes. They were donated for review. I have spent money on some other garb to go with it for the photo shoot there. So that's going to be interesting. We'll see how the pictures turn out.
Jesus Christ, all I get is 10 bin liners from the bin men once a month.
You're fucking lucky. I have to pay for mine.
Oh, man. And they weren't for review either.
Hold on a minute. Are you now Mustard Brand's spokesperson or something like that? Are you sleeping with them as well?
No, not as far as I'm aware. I just said I wanted to review those items because I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan, and I think they liked the other stuff I've reviewed. So I asked them, and they sent me them. So it was very,
Well,
very
you have to
kind
give them
of
back when you
hopefully
review them.
They haven't asked for them back.
Jesus Christ.
Just make sure you've washed them, both sides.
Comfort.
Well, they one of them's gone back with my sister-in-law, so they might have to ask for it back from Leeds.
What's your sister-in-law doing with it?
She's got the Eevee Kurt, so she's got the female assassin one, and I've got the Jacob one.
Holding it hostage. That's what she's doing with it.
Yeah, she's holding it
Is
hostage.
she an Assassin's Creed fan?
Oh, she just
Yes,
likes
yes.
Jacobs.
She likes free clothes.
she does really like that Kurt. She'd said to me months and months ago, if there's any chance you can actually get those for review, that would be fantastic. So I did. So I'm quite lucky that I got them, so I'm quite happy.
You're a lucky man. You've got a sister-in-law who's a gamer too.
No, she's just a woman. She likes clothes. That's what women like. Women like clothes. That's the simplest thing. You boil it down to the raw common denominators. She likes clothes.
She got PS4 for Christmas, and her and my sister bought me Assassin's Creed Syndicate
Because they hate you.
They're quite squarely to blame for me thinking I could maybe do a cosplay with that.
I still say they don't like you because they keep buying Assassin's Creed games.
Hey, Syndicate's actually really good.
Good.
I'm enjoying it.
So you reminded me you got it for a present.
The amount of contempt in Colm's voice there about Assassin's Creed Syndicate being good. Did you just fuck off? Just fuck off.
Let's move on.
What Colm needs is another massive open world game.
Yeah.
It'll take him 14 years.
Like
to
Fallout
complete.
3, yeah.
That's what
That's
he
it.
needs. Do Fallout 3, Witcher. Oh no, we're not talking.
Don't talk about that
With all
here.
the
That
with all
shall
the
not be mentioned.
shenanigans that you've bought, have you played any of them? Of course you have, Stuart. I know you've played them all because you've nothing else to do with your life.
Sorry, I play video games. I don't buy them. I get given them. You know what I mean? It's a circle of life. It's a circle of life.
Hold on, lads.
It was quite cool that because it's like
Yes! Oh, yes!
Thank you.
It's a cross between
I've got
somebody
exactly
getting a
the
text
same
and-
bottle opener.
Do you attach that bottle opener to your flies on your trousers, Colm?
That's the sound.
Oh no, there's
That's
a
the
bit
sound
of
I make when I
costume
walk.
Ladies,
That's the sound I make when I walk around CEX. Yes! Oh yes!
I hope that's not where your flies down.
Mine flies down all the time. I forget to button the fucking thing. I'm walking around the office with my fly down until somebody tells me, sorry, your fly's down, sir. That one.
Is there an Irish equivalent of like knob? Because obviously Scottish is bobby.
Bobby,
Is there
big
an Irish
Bobby, wee
equivalent of
Bobby.
it?
Oh, it can be Bobby.
Boobies
It's
are
annoying.
boobies are boobies.
Bobby.
Oh,
booby.
bobby.
Your
Bobby.
knob, just knob.
Bobby.
So it's just knob, not tallywhacker or anything
Tallywhack.
like that.
No, can't say I have.
You wee
I haven't
shillelagh
heard a
stick.
tallywhack now. No, can't say I have. No.
PG Tallywhacker, the great honourable dinosaur who was in the most awesome of games that was Bulletstorm. I shall remember you, PG Tallywhacker.
Sure.
I shall remember you, my friend. You were my friend. See, if you played Bulletstorm, you'll find that quite comical and a wee nice wee cross-ref. None of these guys played it.
No.
None of them.
I did. I wasn't
Wasted.
that impressed with it.
Anyway, so of all the games that you missed last year, did you pick any of them up? Because all you seem to have picked up is new stuff.
I got mine like at the tail end at Christmas. So the ones I was desperate for, I ended up getting them because I got Tearaway, didn't I? And Until Dawn, and Syndicate. So they were three that I was really after playing. So I got all them for Christmas. So I've been tempted to go off and buy a few bits and bobs, but I'm not desperate to.
Yeah. And what about you, Matt? Go on a spending spree with your League of Legends or whatever you call that card game thing, whatever it's called.
Hearthstone.
Yeah, I did buy the latest expansion for that, but I think.
Did you buy it at midnight on January the 1st?
Quite possibly.
You did say you were probably going to do that, so
Yeah,
that's quite
I
awesome.
did, yeah. Literally, once I'd done the old Lang Syne thing, right, where's my phone?
Nice.
Brilliant.
So I think, yeah, I did. I'm not going to lie to you. When it got to January, and you're like, right, what are all the games I've missed? But then you kind of think that the gap's been long enough, and you think, well, I'll wait for a few months longer, and they might drop in price. So there's not been that initial, I've got to get all those games I've missed. So I've come close to pulling the trigger on Destiny, Arkham Knight, I think, but
Really?
yeah.
Destiny?
Yeah, it still appeals.
Don't bother.
But then because I picked
You
up,
sitting doing?
I picked up the Division, so I decided, well, it's pointless playing
Oh,
two
what-
games of a similar ilk. So maybe something later in the year. Maybe I don't bother. I
What
don't
more
know.
do you need in your life? You've got the Division.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Well, that's what I'm doing at the moment. So
The game's got random dog shit. Random dogs shouting.
Why is there's
dog shit's
some
fine, it's the
bloke called
randomness of
Doug taking big poops everywhere? What's going on?
No,
I don't
no. The
remember
more alarming
Ubisoft
thing is why am I
advertising that as a
videoing?
feature.
Why am I videoing Doug doing his shites?
I thought he said random ducks.
Could be.
that's in the
I don't know.
in the higher level areas. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, that's Central Park.
So yeah, no initial. Oh, I've got to pick up all those missed games. But I think the next time there's a Steam sale or something falls cheap, I might. But at the minute, it's just stick with the Division, keep plodding along with that, and playing other games here and there.
So
and
with-
Hearthstone
With the
perennially.
new hardware that you picked up, did you end up just having an instant catalogue of games?
Yes. You download them and then there's all the PS Plus games, so you have a tinker with them and play all them. But yeah, it's taken me. Yeah, we're now into sort of picked up Division as my first disc-based game that I bought for that. So yeah, I've held off for a little while. I don't think I'll be. We're joking about it. I don't think it'll be quite as bad as I was before the Year of Shame, but I don't think I'm a completely changed person.
Right, yeah. So you got the Division day one purchase, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
But it's just because you've got a new console, you're kind of desperate to. Because as good as the PS Plus games are, I wanted something that would kind of show off the hardware and show what it can do. And despite all its faults, the Division is a good looking game. So it was nice to put something in, put it on the big screen, and see that all looks nice. But
Are you glad you waited for your PS4? Because you didn't get one, obviously, at launch. You didn't have one when you'd started your Year of Shame. So are you glad you've waited and picked one up now? Or was
Yeah, I
it just
think
as
so.
a
I
kind
think
of reward for doing your Year of Shame? You thought, you know what, I'm going to go and get some new shiny.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was a bit of an element of that, but when the PS4 first came out, I kind of thought to myself, well, if I buy it, just when it first came out, what would I? None of the initial launch games really appealed. I've been burnt as like early adopters before, and I kind of thought, yeah, leave it for a little while and see what comes out. And I think if I look back at the catalogue, there isn't loads and loads of games that stand out. Whereas if I bought it new, you'd be desperate for something to play on it. So I'm kind of glad I didn't pick it up day one.
Do you not get a bundle, no?
No, just got the console itself because I knew I had so many PS Plus games to go through. It seemed daft getting it with a bundle, so just got the bare minimum, upgraded the hard drive, and away we go. So, yeah, plodding along.
So as you
This
two
time
who
next.
didn't have, you and Colm who didn't have PS4s, when you started Yerushim, are you both going to go jump straight in and pick up PlayStation VR when it's launched later in the year?
I suffer from motion sickness terribly, so until someone says no, it's fine, I don't think I will.
So unless it comes with seasickness tablets, there's no chance you're doing it. Pack a Dramoline with it, you'll be fine.
I'll just duct tape my iPhone to my face, and then we'll see how that goes for a little while.
Colm?
Young Colm, what's that all about? You said you and young Colm. I'm not young. Fuck's sakes, man.
We're not talking about you, we're talking about his neighbour.
So, that's the only game you have for your PS4 disc-based game you have?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. And so, Stuart, have you actually played any of the games you bought? Obviously you have, but I just have to ask you these questions because it's part of the routine.
It's part of the script. If I go off the script, you shit yourself. Oh, fuck.
Hold on.
Yes.
You have.
Gravity isn't taking control.
So, have you played any of the games you got fully, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I've fully completed Far Cry Primal.
Oh, is that good?
I've finished Super Hot.
Don't tell him whether it's any good. You know what Column's like with Far Cry games.
It's not very good, and I wouldn't advise anybody to buy it because it's not really a full price title, and I know a lot of people are excited about it and it's a lot of rubbish, but for me
Is it what I said, that it's basically an asset flip
yeah, it's the same map as 4 with a couple of tweaks, but fundamentally it's the AI's rubbish. It's 28 hours of your life you'll never get back. Yeah, it is what it is. Boring. Super Hot, but brilliant. Division, brilliant. Plants vs Zombies 2, brilliant. You think I'd review these things, wouldn't you? It's yeah, I play all the games I've got. Games I've missed looking back at January. Still not got Metal Gear.
What? Even Column's got Metal Gear.
Figure. Yeah, I know.
I haven't played it yet, but
I've no. At the time of recording, I don't have Life is Strange, but I will have Life is Strange once we finish recording.
Everyone's gone to Rapture now.
Trying to think. Why would I want that?
Not on a platform.
Can't play it.
Oh, was it not?
No, it was.
No, it's exclusive to Sony PlayStation.
Firewatch is
Same with Street
multi-format.
Fighter 4.
Firewatch was one I nearly pulled the trigger on.
Again, walking simulator. It's like Glare of Fear. I looked at that. I don't know. I know. I'm not a big fan of these walking simulators. They don't appeal to me in any way. So The Witness. I take it everybody's got The Witness and played The Witness and thinks it's amazing because it's The Witness, and it's like, oh, did you witness The Witness because it was Witness and Witnesses?
No, I couldn't be arsed.
Nah. Well, you'll buy it in 6 months.
Oh well.
I'm trying to think what else there's I missed. I got Batman for finishing the Year of Shame, so Batman.
Have you played through Batman?
About halfway through it. I need to actually I've not stopped, I've just kind of wiggled my way through. It's like spinning plates. Got to give all your kids attention, can't just give one all the attention, you know. Especially those Far Cry kids. God, I hate them.
When you have real kids, you won't be able to give them all the attention.
There you are. There you are again. There you are, bringing us all down. Bringing us all down with your real world shite.
It's real.
It's shite.
Yeah, it's real, boy.
It's shite. Yeah, so, yeah, well, playing habits haven't changed. I'm still playing all the games I play.
Have you gone back to your day one purchase malarkey?
Well,
or your
no,
situation's just changed now.
it's
You don't have to
usually-
buy them.
It's
You
like
get them.
minus
Yeah.
2 weeks purchase now. He's getting them 2 weeks
yeah,
before.
usually it's like a week. Yeah, it's like a week before launch purchase, but
The day
You know what I mean?
zero
It's the-
editions
it's
for
the-
you. It's
Back to
day
the Future.
T minus 14 days.
yeah, it's actually what I'm finding now is I'm getting pissed off because I'm not getting pre-order bonuses with it. So like Plants vs Zombies 2, Plants vs Zombies 2, I don't have the N7 mech, which really hurts. Really hurts. The Division, I've got all the pre-order bonuses because I've obviously bought the Division. UFC, I don't have Mike Tyson. I don't have Mike Tyson in the game.
There's just no pleasing some people.
I know, innit? It's terrible, innit? He sits and he slogs and he togs and he poos himself through glass and shite and crawls himself to a chair, gets on the chair and then he realises, wait, I'm missing out on all the free rubbish promotional
And,
stuff.
and that's just
Nah,
me before I
I'm
get up
happy.
in the morning.
Yeah, that is it. That is it. But, yeah, fundamentally, buying habits, obviously, situations changed. But I'm not even going to say even then because it was like start of February was when I started this. So I never even had a run without January. You know, what was it in January?
Yeah.
Nothing. So like, who knows? But yeah, I still play all my games, all the games, every game.
Have you
all the
played
games.
Halo?
Is
on
Codec
Legendary?
as yes. As the boys at Codec Momentum will suffice. Every month there's always something fully complete. Finisher, that's me. Finisher.
They put that.
They killed Platinum
Put
Pledge.
that on for you.
Killed it. Yeah. It's a bit annoying. The
Don't
badges get
even
binned.
talk about Finisher. Tear Away Unfolded. Fucking game. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
See,
Up until I tried
see.
to do the finisher on it, and I've nearly snapped the disc. I've nearly drop kicked the PS4 out of the window. It's really, really, really put me off the game. I loved it. The first playthrough is one of the happiest I've been playing through a game. It's beautiful. It looks gorgeous. It plays really well. But my God, carrying a gopher around from one area to another without dying. Oh, good God. It's so frustrating. But it's a beautiful game. Just play it until you get to the end of it and then never play it again. That's what I'd advise. It's such a beautifully well put together game, but and I did create an image that I couldn't actually share, but inadvertently the system took a picture of it, so it's in one of my trophy screenshots.
Brilliant.
See, there was Finisher Gate at the weekend there because, as you say that, I've put down. I'm really fast at finishing games. We know this because I said I was going to finish Far Cry Primal, and 20 seconds later I had finished it, and a lot of people couldn't believe and would not accept that I'd finished it within 20 seconds. And there was a big, massive civil war went on through the camp of Codec Momentum. So yeah, it's an interesting thing now. I think the landscape's changing, but I think it should be known. Yes, I did finish Far Cry Primal in 20 seconds.
So from
In other words,
start
you
to finish,
dinged your
20
last
seconds.
achievement within 20
Well,
seconds. You basically
what it was
dominated it, and then you finished it.
Yeah, because what happened was the last achievement, it's known to be glitched. And I was not going to put myself in a position where I'm like, I'll finish Far Cry Primal. And then I get to that last achievement and it's like, I've glitched. And I'm like, oh, what? I can't do it. What kind of man does that make me look like? So I'd played it for 28 hours and I waited till I got enough points to level up. And then I was like, right, Far Cry Primal, done. And then I realised, because the boys follow me and a lot of folk who do Codec Momentum follow me, that my True Achievement account will retweet that I'd finished the game. So I couldn't hide. There was no hiding. So yeah, I put it in, and then seconds later I took a picture and posted it. But it was all because of this glitched achievement. But again, some people can't see. Some people were arguing the 20-second finishing time. But I'm fast. You know what I mean?
That's what
Speedy
she said.
Gonzalez.
I prefer Sonic, but that's not the sound Sonic makes.
No, that's not the sound a lot of people make. So, okay, thank you. Thank you.
Always with the thank yous. I've missed that. I've missed a man thanking me for putting content into a podcast he's hosting or he's part of. You know what I mean? Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we really do. You're nice.
So, what's your
You're
plans
nice.
for the future, Matt?
Well, I want to buy a speedboat. I want to go to Grimsby.
Oh yeah, all of those.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to go on Bullseye and win those. You
could have won. You get nothing in this game for two in a bed.
I think I've had a bit of a my youngest lad's 8 years old, and it's difficult to play many co-op games with him that are suited for him. I've done the Lego games with him to death, but I introduced him to NBA Jam, and certain games have clicked with him, some that hasn't. But playing co-op with my little lad with NBA Jam has been brilliant. To be honest, he enjoys it. He's good at it. And I think it's now as he gets that little bit older that some of the more complicated games and the slightly more grown up games, just like to spend a bit more time playing those with him.
Yeah.
It's been really good. And as he gets older and older, it will only last for a short while until he becomes a teenager and he wants to lock himself in his bedroom and never play with his embarrassing dad. But so I'll enjoy these next few years while they last. But yeah, if we can, now he's getting to the sort of age where he can really appreciate, and with the games coming out, that there should be plenty of opportunities. So that's what I'd like to see myself doing this year.
Have you started Nom Nom Galaxy with him?
He doesn't. My eldest has started enjoying that. And,
how old is your eldest?
Yeah, he hasn't. He's 19.
That's okay.
That's made me feel nice and young.
So yeah, it's it's all of them. All my three kids have because my daughter, she's autistic, so she has certain challenges, certain games she does and doesn't like, and it's now all getting to sort of age and ability and whatever that they're can spend time with each of them playing different sorts of games. I'm still way better than any of them, so
even your 19-year-old.
Yeah, oh god, yeah, show him who's boss. So
really,
even if
is he not a gamer, no?
Well, yeah, he does play, but he hasn't learned that I can knock the controller out of his hands or press the buttons when he's not looking. It's not all about ability, Colm. Come on.
Sly tactics.
It's all coming out now,
exactly.
isn't it? We didn't know you had this cheating side in you.
Do you know what the common thing is for when he's playing on the Xbox is getting another controller and taking it to another room and consistently pressing the center button. That joke never gets old. Never, ever, ever.
That's how resentment starts. And then he will come and he will strike you down. He will strike you down and become stronger
Just be
than
thankful.
you. Oh wait,
be
that's
thankful it's not like an Xbox One, because then you could walk into the room and go Xbox off and just shut him down mid-game.
Well, even when he hides all the controllers, I just take the TV remote then and turn that off. See, so it's so much to learn. So much to learn.
Just take the fuse. Just take the fuse at the plug. Problem solved.
So yeah, I'd
A
like
life
to see
lesson
myself
there.
doing more of that next year. It's nice with the amount of games there are now, and the games come thick and fast that are the sort of games that anyone can play now that I'm picking up, and yeah, spending more time with the kids doing my hobby.
Did you? How deep did you go on the Lego Dimensions?
I haven't touched it yet. My little lad, I think.
You have Lego Dimensions? Oh yeah, you do. Yeah.
Do you know listen
Oh yeah,
to
you
the
got
podcast?
it for Christmas.
Or
Yeah,
did
that's
listen
right.
to it?
My lad got it for my lad got it for Christmas. Yeah, I haven't touched it. I don't know, because you can tell that game is so designed to buy the little expansions and the little bits and pieces. It doesn't have the same flow, I don't feel, as the other games. The comedy's there and it all seems quite amusing, but it's no Skylanders.
But then how can you say that? Because I imagine Skylanders plays the same kind of thing, whereas I've been listening to Laps Gamer recently, and they either play all Nintendo games or they talk about Skylanders. And the Skylanders chat's quite interesting because it's like they were saying like there's areas in the game that are blocked off where you need actual other Skylanders. So is that not just the same thing as Lego?
Well, sort of,
but that would drive me. That would drive me nuts.
In Lego Dimensions, from what I could tell, because I haven't spent a great deal of time with it, but you'd be in these massive open areas, and you'd be mooching around an area and think there is literally nothing to do here because I don't have the pack or don't have the part that goes here. Whereas with Skylanders, you just walk past a gate that you can't open, and you think, well, we just walk past that and carry on with the level. So, they're both still set up that you can complete both games with the starter pack. But yeah, I just felt Skylanders flowed more. Lego Dimensions probably, and if I spent more time with it, I'd probably think it was a better game. But it wasn't the groundbreaking game that I hoped it would be. I don't mean groundbreaking. It's a Lego game. It was going to be more the same. But it didn't hit me like the other Lego games have in the past when I played with my kids.
I'm really envious of Matt because I actually really want to play Lego Dimensions, but it's pretty much just a choking hazard waiting to happen. So I've avoided it because, yes.
Well, if you super glue all the pieces down, Connor, I'm sure you'll be alright.
No, I'm renowned for putting things in my mouth I shouldn't.
Good morning.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, because I've read a few reviews on Lego Dimensions, and I think, excuse the pun, but they take the whole pay, extra to a different dimension because
Excellent.
you're only in the fucking thing a few minutes, and already they're asking you can't go here because you have to do this and you have to have this pack and this shit,
Oh, I mean, when we were first playing it, it's constantly downloading these bits in the background to go, this is what you could be playing if you got this, and this is what you could be doing. I mean, it's a disc-based game, and it's taken up 3.5 gigs with this stuff on the hard drive.
Jeez.
And I ain't got the fastest internet.
So is it the equivalent of kind of like kids, like adverts on kids' TV that are buy this chocolate bar and you should eat these yogurts and look at this toy and look at this toy? Is it very close to that where it's basically a tool for nagging parents?
It seems to be. I mean, Skylanders did it in a way that if you picked up a certain collectible, it'd say, oh, this collectible is for this figure, and you could watch a 5-10 second video of that figure, which was the kids' way of going, oh, he looks cool, I want that one. But they seem to have doubled down on that, and Lego Dimensions are going for it in a big way. They'll almost let you do the first tiny bit of the level and then go, you can't go any further with that without buying all this. So I mean, these games are designed to milk parents for money, but Lego Dimensions seems to really go for it in a big way. But it's Lego, which Skylanders had to build up a reputation. It was a new IP, something come from nowhere. They just had to put Lego on the front of it, and you can build a portal, etc., etc. Sold. So it was, I was quite surprised at how unsubtle it seemed to be on that front.
Easy money.
Oh yeah, precisely. I mean, the business, that's what they're there to do. But my lad got quite bored of it quite quickly, which surprised me. I thought it'd be the sort of game, because it's more open worldy, etc., etc. I thought he'd spend more time with it, but he hasn't. So
cool. You, Connor, seem to be the man that has changed the most due to financial situations, or is it just the fact that you haven't got the money to buy the games anymore, or is it just the fact that you just find yourself a changed man?
I think it's a bit of both. I think it is largely down to the fact of not having the money, but I also don't feel like I've got the time. Work over the last couple of months has been exceptionally draining, so sitting at a computer 8.5 hours a day, quite focused, coming home, I've not really got the energy to sit and try and play anything. I've spent most of my time watching stuff, so I've been really passive, so lots of TV series and things. So I haven't really been motivated to write in the same way I had done previously, whereas playing games and writing about them was quite motivating, so they'd kind of feed off each other. But I get in, I help settle Nathaniel, so have food, take him up, get him ready for bed, give him a bath, get him ready for bed, and then help him to settle. So that already eats a great deal into me evening, and then I'll maybe get a couple of hours with Catherine, and then I'll maybe get an hour or two to game. And I just haven't been motivated. I think it's partly to do with the games I played in my year of shame. I played a lot of open world games that were huge and really draining, and the last thing I wanted was to kind of jump into another game that's 80, 100 hours of running around collecting collectibles. Oh god, I've had enough of this. So I've not been motivated in that way. So I think that's kind of been part of it. But yeah, money's definitely a consideration. There are loads of games I really want, but I think I've got a bit more self-control than I had before. It's obviously my birthday. I could have said, right, I want this, 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 and this. But I know full well I've got games sat there. I've just started Assassin's Creed Syndicate that I got for Christmas. So that's like 2.5 months since I got that. And I've finally started that. And I'm really enjoying it, and I'm going to play through it, and I'm going to get to the end of it, and I'm going to enjoy that. And I've got Fallout 4 that I've borrowed from my nephew, so I've got that to play next. Obviously, there's all the PlayStation Plus stuff, which I haven't really touched over the last couple of months. So it's getting the motivation to kind of go, right, this is what I want to play, this is what I want to do, and having the energy. And it is very, very difficult if you're just feeling drained to come in and then be motivated to do something. It's far easier just to stick the TV on and just veg in front of it. That's what I've found. So partly it's kind of being too tired to really get motivated and into it, and partly just not having the money to go out and buy new and shiny. I do feel I value what I've got a lot more than I did before. Certainly before starting the year of shame, it was very easy to just go, oh, all those games are on offer, I'm going to go and buy them and stick them in a stack. And doing a year of shame does make you realise all you're doing is creating a pile of games you're not playing. And I don't really want to go back to that. I think, especially with a little boy running around and grabbing things and pulling things down, you kind of don't want more stuff that can be damaged. So you kind of go, you know what, I'm not going to buy that just yet.
Yeah. It's good to see that you're accepting your responsibility as a father now, and that I've deleted the social number from my phone now. So
oh, well, that's good. I thought you'd been put on
days.
block from what they were saying. I saw the case file, and they were at the point of doing you for nuisance.
But the fact is that, PS Plus in itself is good value for money anyway. So
yeah,
realistically, there's always going to be one game at least every month that you'll actually like to play out of PS Plus. The other two maybe not, but you know what I mean. There's always, for 50 quid a year, like it's good value.
Exactly. I think if I had like a rental service, I don't think I'd get my money's worth out of it, because I'm not playing stuff. I'm not getting enough time out of something.
Yeah, that's why I cancelled mine back in the day when I had one. That it was just thinking it's taken me because I'm not going to send back an unfinished game. It's taken me 3-4 months to finish one game. What's the point in this? It's not saving me any money.
No, and that's exactly it. If you're paying a tenner a month for something that it's taking you 3 months to complete a game, you may as well have bought the game and kept it. Because you can pretty much do that. You wait a couple of months, you can pick the game up you want, and if you've got the time, if like Stuart does, where he rinses through games, then that's great. I think something like that's fantastic. But for me, it's just not worth it. Division, I've been really tempted by. Division was one of those games that I was really excited when I first saw it, because it made me think it's the multiplayer game from Last of Us, which is one of my favourite multiplayers, but with the fact that there's actually a full story and full world. It's not just level by level. It's actually proper big open world exploration. But the comparisons to Destiny kind of put me off with because that was my last game I bought before starting A Year of Shame, and it was the game I was most disappointed with. I bought the collector's edition, made a big deal of getting it before starting A Year of Shame, and was just highly disappointed. And I'm I know the Taken King's supposed to have fixed a lot of the issues, but the bad taste in my mouth hasn't gone away, so there's no way I'm then just going to give more money to potentially get rid of that bad taste. I've just not been back to it.
What was it that put you off the Destiny?
It was grindy as hell. I knew it was kind of not a mamop, a pagaga, or whatever it is. It's the grindy element. It's that, why do I have to do this same level again and again and again to get one tiny little bit? It was the incremental increases in the weapons you get. Oh, I've got another gun that's slightly better. Oh, I've got some shin guards that are slightly better, but I can put all my resources in them and make them slightly more better. And it's like, you know what? I can't be fucking arsed. Give me something that's worth the effort and stop dicking me about. I don't mind repetition in games, and the multiplayer side to it was a lot of fun. Playing with friends was really good. I really, really liked the Crucible. I sucked ball bags on it. That competitive side, I really, really liked. I just found the story was vacuous to the point of being non-existent. The fact that most of the information about the story you get from cards you collect that you can't read in the game, you have to use a companion app to read the information on. There's lots and lots of effort's been put into it, but put it in your bloody game, not in ancillary apps. It just wound me up. It really, really wound me up. I thought some of the writing was dreadful, some of the voice acting was shocking. It just didn't really have a story, whereas I can pick something like Assassin's Creed up, and at times the stories are a bit silly, but it feels like there's a world there, and it feels like you're part of something, and that's what Destiny didn't feel like. I love sci-fi stuff. I really, really like it. When the new CD Projekt Red game comes out, the Cyberpunk one, I will probably buy that. I won't buy Witcher. I wasn't interested in Dragon Age, but I got right into Mass Effect. I like sci-fi settings, so for me, that's what I thought Destiny was going to be. It was going to be this big, fleshed out sci-fi setting, like post-apocalyptic future, holding back all these hordes. But when all these hordes are basically the same, just slightly reskinned, I was like, well, this is garbage, and it just didn't do it for me. And I know loads of people have put hundreds and hundreds of hours in and have got exactly what they want from it.
Because they're sad.
Oh, welcome back.
It was never gone. I was just like, fucking Destiny. Fucking
I think
nobody
those
cares.
have gone. Oh no, you're back. Oh, is everyone here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh,
I'm still here, yeah.
It was called seamless integration, so people wouldn't think he has been missing for 20 minutes because he's been running about trying to find a Nefer key. But no, it's just like, oh, you're back. What do you mean I'm back?
We announced
well, there you go.
Really
There you go. Who
quiet.
gives a fuck? Aye, my internet dropped. Aye, I live in the middle of nowhere. Destiny sucks balls. It's fucking brilliant. I mean, there you go. Let's do a wee dance.
Well, anyway, the question I wanted to ask you, Stuart, was how is your nephew getting on with his Skylanders collection? Because you posted a picture.
He's not my nephew. He's sad. Like, I apologise. He's not my nephew. No, where's my nephew? Don't you be putting words in people's mouths. He's my friend's son.
Oh, right.
And it's also Disney Infinity.
He was godchild.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I'm going. No, I'm just his pal. His dad's pal.
Okay. Well, your dad's pal.
But, I was his dad's best man at his wedding, so I don't know what that makes me. But anyway, he's a very close family friend. All right. But not that close.
Well.
Paternity tests aren't required,
yes,
is that what you're saying? Just in case there's any legal challenges?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, he plays. As we go down Misty River memories. I remember saying I bought him the starter kit. Yeah, he's got something like 49 Disney Infinity figures now. And he's 4, so that's a good hit ratio. That's about 10 and a bit for every year he's existed. He doesn't know how to play the game. It's funny as fuck watching him play it. But he's there and he kind of values the figures. So yeah, that's what it's made for.
All said figures purchased by Uncle. special friend Stuart.
You just keep pushing. You just keep pushing. Nah, it's quite a few were from me, but not all. Quite a few family, his family friends at Christmas there. He got quite a lot. I've got him quite a few, but no as many. Well, I bought him all the Avengers and stuff and all that, and so forth and so on. So, I think he's only missing 3. He's missing 3 to complete every Marvel figure there is before the new ones come out. So that's not bad. Considering he doesn't have a job.
He's 4 for fuck's sakes.
Well, you know, I was that age once.
Oh my God! Here we go. The old man speaks.
I mean, earn your way.
He started off the year
Earn your way.
as a young man. He's ended as an old man.
Yep, I started after a year of shame, full of hope and joy, and now look at me, I'm a withered, rotted, fucking twisted.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
Oh my God!
I think we should do an annual reunion and see how much Stu disintegrates over the coming years. Just one episode every year around this time, and see how much more old and cynical Stuart has become. When he's got his house, he's got a wedding on the way, and he's got to make his mortgage payments, and he's not.
And I'm sitting going to podcasts. I'll finish The Witcher 3. I promise. 7 months later, I'll finish.
I finished it.
And get it done. You know what I mean? No, you didn't. Nobody cares. It's by that point. Look around. Look around. Do you see anybody caring?
Thank you.
No, you don't. You don't.
You played it because I wanted to play it, not because some Scottish man told me to.
I didn't tell you anything. I just said you get you say you're finishing it. You're finishing it. I mean, there's none of this. You know what I mean? I've been playing it for 20. I don't give a fuck how long you've been playing it for. You're not finished it. Finishing's finishing. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if it takes you 49 hours or something. You're still finishing it. You've still not finished
7 days
it.
and
Too
20
long.
hours.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm quite impressed with that. But that's certainly a reason I won't be jumping into The Witcher. Other than I'm not that interested in the setting of it. But 7 days, Jesus.
And now he's playing Fallout 3 and he's not finishing that because he's sitting here podcasting with us. Okay, right. I don't think it's funny.
Well, I think everything's funny, so fuck it anyway. So, Matthew.
No.
Stuart. So, no, enough about Stuart because, you know, Stuart talked the ass off a fucking homeless person. Matthew, Matt.
That was an interesting analogy.
Oh, good.
So, Matt, any
you could hear the cogs turning.
Any finishing thoughts for anybody that wants to do this crap? Yeah.
Next year.
Any finishing thoughts for people attempting the Year of Shame challenge?
Next year. We've missed the boat this year.
Well,
any thoughts for anybody that wants to give up smoking?
I think whether you succeed, whether you fail, whether you take a lot from it, I think it's worthwhile doing. I mean, I think Connor seems to have changed quite drastically. Me, less so. I think would be a polite way of putting it. But I think it's always been a worthwhile experience. And I think listening to the previous hosts, I think they've managed to get different things out of it. It's different things to different people. It's what you set out to achieve, whether it's saving money, playing old games, or whatever. There's no fixed rule.
You get what you want out of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think as long as you set yourself some rules at the beginning and you stick to them to get what you want out of it. Stuart wanted to save money. I wanted to play games that I'd owned for ages and never touched. And we both succeeded in very different objectives, but the point of the challenge was the same. So yeah, as long as people they've got a reason, because I think you need a point to it all. Yeah, it's very difficult to just go, well, I'm going to play old games for a year because why not? I think you'll struggle, but if you've got a point to doing it, it's definitely a worthwhile experience. I'm glad I did it.
I'd be interested to hear someone who was only into like retro games consoles. I think if you were a games collector and you only picked up old NES and SNES and Mega Drive games or old Amiga games, really interested to hear someone who is compelled to buy games that they never ever play, sit down and play through all of those old games, because I'd be curious as to see whether they discover that all they're doing is buying stuff to put on their shelf and a lot of the stuff they've bought is garbage, or whether they would go, yeah, actually, I want to completely complete my collection now. I'm going to hunt down everything I've ever bought. I'd definitely be interested if someone was of that ilk, going on a completely different viewpoint of it and looking at an older collection of stuff. Because it's been the way we've done it, and certainly over the last probably 3 years, I think there's been very much a crossover of lots of games, whether it's Ride to Hell or Max Payne 3 or
Yes.
things like that we've all kind of had a dabble at, that we've put off for so long, and Stuart still hasn't played Portal 2, and it's a disgrace.
Portal, damn right.
But
Yeah.
I'd like to hear, maybe in 10 years' time, where someone's playing through someone's old PS3 collection. That might be quite interesting. Or that kind of idea of going back to retro, because it's easy to kind of list all the stuff that you can buy, and then suddenly you get all of it at the end of it, and you go, well, I bought them all, and yeah, it was all right. I think it'd be interesting, someone who's purely a collector who doesn't really play what they've got. I'd obviously, Matt, you kind of do that with Steam. You're very much at the Pokemon of Steam, and you're trying to collect them all.
Pokemon Steam.
Trying to get every single one of them.
He's been going for 20 years, yeah.
That's it. And you're very much someone who just goes, oh, it's new, must add it. And I think you've changed slightly with that. You're not suddenly going, right, I must own all of Steam. I'd certainly be interested in someone doing it who literally just collects, because I think you did come from that viewpoint of, especially with Steam, was that you would just buy loads of stuff, and you did make some inroads into it, but I think all of us didn't eat through our piles. Maybe Stuart did to a certain extent, but I don't think all of us managed to go, right, we've gone from the top of the pile down to the bottom, we've not picked anything up, I'm completely done.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be quite interested with that. I mean, I started at some stage trying to get a retro collection, and I tried playing them, and the horrible thing is most of them just don't stand up anymore. There's very, very few SNES games. I've got such memories of some of those, and then you play them, and they're just not what you remembered. So I've sort of, rather than collecting them, you just kind of pick up the ones that you remember from your childhood for a laugh with your mates once in a while. But yeah, the thought of having to plow through a massive SNES Master System collection or Mega Drive or whatever, I can't. It would be tortuous. I think someone would struggle. It'd be interesting to hear though.
You wouldn't get the enjoyment out of it that you did when you were a kid, because that was what it was at the time. So, that was,
I think that's part of the issue. I think you have to go in. You have to go into it with wanting to play the games, and you kind of have to have a pile of games that are worth playing, because it does make you realise how much dead there is, whether it is stuff that you've got with PlayStation Plus, or whether it's you've been charity shop hunting and you've bought 1 million copies of Dungeon Master, or Dungeon Siege, whichever one Colm has on every possible platform going. There's loads and loads of games that if you kind of go through all of the rubbish ones, it really drags you down quite quickly. You kind of have to play through a lot of the good games. It may be worth someone just going and finding a list of the top 100 games or something and going, you know what, I'm going to buy all of those, and then next year I'm going to start and I'm going to work my way through the top 100 games and go through all of them. I'm not sure they'd be able to get through them, but that'd be interesting as well, someone taking it from a different viewpoint, because we definitely all had mixed opinions on different games that we played.
True. Stuart, how do you feel the last year has changed you as a man?
I came into this bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as we mentioned before, and now look at me, a husk. I think that the vision a year of shame got lost somewhere along the line, maybe 1842. But I don't know. It was. We stated last year we did it our way, boom, boom, and all that jazz. And that's what it is. I think the year of shame. Sometimes I think some people hold on to the whole concept too much. They hold on too tight. Hold on too tight. And I think at the end of the day, it's more a case of a gathering of like-minded individuals with a united goal of spending time with products they've purchased yet not found the time to play, but making that time with the like-minded people doing the challenge, and being on a podcast. I think that's the overall thing. Is it's just it's a club for a year, isn't it? It's just a case of we all wore the badge, we all did our thing, all the shits and all the gigs and that. I walked in playing video games, I walked out playing video games. Maybe the year without buying honed my skills and gave me an appreciation at indie, which I openly admit now, which now seems to be a really nice strong suit I have. I have quite a connoisseur taste for indie, so that's one good thing that came out of it. Thomas was alone. Big Mike Buffalo, you're my man, you're my bobble, you're my boy. Funny enough, the more of that later. But that's where it started. Started in Year of Shame, and look where it's gone. You just have no idea what I'm talking about.
We will, I'm sure, when you tweet it.
Yeah, it'll come out and yeah, Twitter will explode. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's a strange one. If I hadn't been in the position I'm in, would I have bought lots of the games I've got right now? Possibly. I know I wouldn't have got ones. There would have been ones I wouldn't have got that I've kind of enjoyed playing. Well, really enjoyed playing. And I think at the end of the day, it's just a case of all the shite aside. Like you were saying, if you play all the shite games you've got, then fair enough. But then again, you've bought the shite games. That's the kicker in it. I think it would be interesting to see a Year of Shame where people actually played in tandem together. So, like, if it was a 4-man team, you had 2 guys playing the same game so they could play online or co-op together, and you had 2 guys playing another game together, and then you could have the kind of play-off between that, or you could play the 4 of them play a game together, you know? I like that. I like that idea, because it's as much as this year. This year was pretty good because you had like a PlayStation guy, you had a Xbox guy, you had a PC guy, and you had a guy who edited. And that was the podcast. Whereas every year, I think year 2 was very PlayStation orientated, wee bit of Xbox for good measure, and the first year was quite PC and PlayStation orientated, if I can remember right. I can't remember that far back. And I think it's a case of it'd be quite good to see an actual team effort. I know I've always wondered about the Year of Shame champions, the Hunger Games, if you would. I think that would be really interesting. If the best for each district went forth to stab the other competitors for the Year of Shames, that would be really good. A battle royale, shall we say, of Year of Shame competitors. But I think it will be about for a long time. I definitely think. I think the concept, no matter who tries to do it, you know what I mean, I'd really like to see Year of Shame taking place elsewhere in the world. I'd love to see an American Year of Shame. I'd love to see. You know what I mean? It's not just tied down to us, or was tied down to us. You know what I mean? And I know this year's underway and stuff, but it's not tied down to them. You can start a Year of Shame any time of the day you want. You know what I mean? It'd be really interesting to see other nations and other. You know what I mean? How would they handle it? You know? Yeah, an actual global thing, not just tied down to the UK. I know it's a UK podcast and stuff, but it'd be really interesting to see the format move elsewhere, to see how that kind of happens and stuff, you know, because I know you guys had Adam for Canada and stuff, but it was just the case it'd be really cool to see like other Year of Shame things going on, you know. For all we know, there is other Year of Shame stuff out there and we've just never heard it. But yeah, it's like we all agree it's worth doing, and it's formed a brotherhood. And a guy that edits, and it was what it was, and it was good, regardless if we had 100 downloads or 5 downloads or whatever. That's all that matters. Please give us an iTunes review. Please, please, please. We've never had an iTunes review. Please, 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 please. I know we're on top and we want to stay on top because we're on top. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, well, what I got out of it was very expensive. I got a moose, I got torments, I got slags,
Melted Yoshi.
Melted Yoshi.
What I would say
A
though,
new
Colm,
Yoshi.
you're the only one that reduced their pile. Just for you, it was.
Yeah, but he didn't seem to understand that by basically selling everything, that's not really within the idea of Year of Shame. Yes, it is to reduce your pile, not by basically getting rid of it all. Interesting concept.
But most of all, I had fun, and that's I had a laugh with the lads, and it was like getting together with a group of blokes down the pub and having a laugh, and that's what it was for me for the last 12 months. Apart from editing, of course, and fucking Connor's dodgy fucking connections.
Yeah, it's probably still going to happen, mate.
Slow paced, whatever. But yeah, I just want to say thanks, lads. Thank you very much. It was fun. So
That's like the ending to The Walking Dead.
apart from their news, are chained to radiators.
So Matt, do you want to tell everybody where they can find you, or do you want to?
Hold on. I want a shout out. I want my shout
outs.
outs. I want my shout. I've wanted to do that. No, these is your where to find you. You do that every fucking week on fucking Last Save Load. I want my shout out. I've been listening to some podcasts. because the collect pool of people that listen to us listen to everybody else we listen to. But it's good to spread the love. So I've been listening to some podcasts this week. I've been listening to the Codec Momentum. It's a very good podcast. Yeah, very good. And I've been listening to Laps Gamer, who's very good as well. Very good. I've been listening.
Hold on a minute. Laps Gamer only come out once every 6 months or something.
Oh no! Laps Gamers went pro. They've had 4 shows. They've had 4 shows in the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
They've gone balls to the wall. Yeah, that's why I'm listening to them, because I think they had a bit of a reshuffle and stuff, and they've had a rethink, and instead of doing 9-hour long shows, which I'm sure we mentioned at some point, they've now down to like an hour long show every week or so. So that's a good thing. Yeah, we're not wizards. I like those guys because it's fun, and I have been listening to the Justin and Justin show. That's Last Save Loaded. It's very good, and yeah, that's all I've been listening to on the radio.
Good lad.
Yeah, sorry, that's my shout outs. So how do you play this hockey game? I mean, sorry. That's my shout outs done.
Matthew, do you have any shout outs? Matt, sorry.
Well, yeah, that's all right. It's only my mum and my wife.
Yeah, I wondered what you'd done wrong there. I thought, have I missed out on something here? Have you really offended Colm and we've not spotted it?
I'm just waiting for the Stars in the Life from tune to start playing.
Well, I'm sure because Connor will thank Mr. Brand for all the clothing and Stuart and you for all your review copies. So I'd like to thank South Holland District Council for their.
Is that a genuine lemon I hear? Is that a bitter lemon I hear on the mic?
I'd like to thank my neighbour for replacing his fence and not setting fireworks off.
Brilliant.
Did you get your coffin oiled
Thank
anyway?
you.
Because I haven't had it go once during this.
Yeah, no, it's all new and it's all on wheels and it's excellent. My new chair. So
Excellent.
I've no doubt I'll fall off the back of it. So it's start a year of shame for furniture, but.
Is that your plan
so,
for next year of shame? Is you going to do the IKEA year of shame?
Yeah, exactly. Stop breaking chairs and having to buy new ones. See if I can last with a beanbag.
So IKEA, he is actually up for reviewing furniture, and he will put it through its paces.
Yes.
So make sure it's up to regs.
Yeah, stress testing is me.
Connor, who would you like to give a shout out to?
Well, I think you've thank.
People you're sleeping with.
Do I have to
What the
thank the
hell?
missus? I probably should, really, shouldn't I? Seeing as though she's put up with me doing it.
I was going to say,
There is
what's
only
going
my
on
missus I'm sleeping with. There isn't actually anyone else. I'm just making this very, very clear now. If it ever ends up in a court of law,
There's not a
this
big
is going to
burly.
be
There's not a
used
big
as my
burly German
statement.
man between the sides.
Yeah, I do want to thank the missus for putting up with me playing games and banging on about them. I want to thank Joypad and me for where I kind of podcast. Very, very intermittently. Hopefully we'll get back into doing some more regular ones, and hopefully I'll have a decent mic again soon. Who else? Obviously, Last Save Loaded, because they're really good. I want to thank Colm for turning me on. Where's the good? Where's the good morning?
What the fuck?
Oh God!
I'm not
I set
turning
this up,
anybody
and
on,
you
mate.
don't even bother to follow through. Matthew, it's disappointing.
Sorry.
For turning me on to The Same Coin, which I think is fantastic. I really, really enjoy that. I've been listening to that a fair bit, and it's very good. After Column's recommendation and the disc of t-shirts that are used to clean up bodily fluids has been quite fun. And they talk about video games as well, which is quite nice. Kodak Moments, because they're a lovely bunch of lads, and I know them personally.
Oh, here we
Sleep
go.
with them now.
I've known him for 17 years. I've heard this story. I've another person. I've heard both sides. I've heard both sides of the story now.
New York Times or something. You know?
Hey, MCV's top 30 under 30. I've got 6 months. 6 months. Get it in there. GMA. Hey, see when the GMA nominations come out this year, I expect a nomination for the three of you gentlemen.
I don't know what GMA is.
I should be
It
nominated
sounds like
for the GMA.
It sounds like it's something that
The Gaming
that you should
Media
avoid.
Award.
It's like the modified vegetables or
Well,
something.
it's
genetically modified
It's
awards.
a badge of honour.
Okay.
I don't want to win. I just want nominated.
And
anyway, we'll give you the
And
nomination. Don't worry about it.
I want to thank Mr. Brand for the clothes, but I'm going to do that elsewhere, so I'm not going to do that here. I know I did. As I was trying to be ironic.
Clunker.
That's why he gets the big one.
Yep. It's all about the subtle product placement. Hey guys, I'm drinking a Pepsi. It's really good, ain't it? It's
Well,
so
I'm
good.
not drinking any Miller anymore because they're all feckin' empty. So let's get this bleeding.
Colm
show
needs to
finished
go off
with,
to his
please.
bed. I want to
Such an angry.
thank.
He's going to take his belt off in a
I hope
minute and
it's
start
with his
smacking you in
belt.
the face.
I want to thank you guys for doing this. It's been a lot of fun, and the two listeners that have been listening. Thanks, Mum, and thanks, Random Bob. And if anyone else finds this in the future, we are available for bar mitzvahs, birthdays, and Hanukkah. We can definitely do Hanukkah.
Kwanzas.
Yes, we'll definitely. Colm is always available for bingo. He is quite a good caller.
He always comes twice.
Haven't come
He does
twice
enjoy
in
a
long
good
time,
line,
mate.
don't you, Colm?
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
That's it. I think we're done. We're done.
Thank you.
Bye.
And
And can I say my thanks now? As soon
you
as I have my
wait?
shout outs to my
I'm going.
podcasts.
It's my.
I only give shout outs to podcasts.
I'm giving the shout outs now.
But I want to say my
Yeah,
thank
but
yous
you're
to
going to
people.
get them after I say me shout outs.
You told me this was like the Oscars. I would have a thank you. ticker
If it's
at the
anything like
bottom
the
of
Oscars,
screen.
you're going to be wheeled off the stage before you get to thank anyone because you've run out of time.
There's gonna be some cheesy music playing.
Oh
as I just
God!
step
Has anyone seen what Stuart's wearing to give his thanks? Oh Lord! You know it's supposed to be black tie, Stuart. It's your casual shit might get float at work. Not on
But you can
this.
just imagine. See if I won an Oscar, I would just shout if they played that shit music. really loud.
Did you? Was it that exciting a show? Oh, that's really good.
That's
Came in your
why-
pants. That's. We should end the show on that note,
That's
mate.
why.
Yeah, that just
Mic
goes at the
down.
end.
That's
doesn't
why
it? I
we
just
started
came in my
the show.
pants.
Wait, are
That's
you
it.
ready?
Mic drop.
Sorry.
I just struggle. We've had 12 months of highbrow entertainment, and now we decide to lower the tone.
We never got above the waistline, mate. Okay.
No, you never felt. Here we go. Let's have
There
the
we go.
ultimate. How'd you feel? I don't feel anything below my waistline. I really don't. I feel numb and void. I fucking wouldn't have been a show without it, would it? Always the same old shite.
Well,
same
I'd just
old
like to give a
shite.
shout out to my friend Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Get a room.
Who doesn't listen?
And I will give a shout out to Handheld Gamers and the same kind, Joypad and Me, Checkpoint Done, and that's it. Thank you very much. Okay,
That's it.
okay, lads. Matthew, where can people find you?
At math_G on Twitter is my usual hangout, and I've had a complete brain freeze from my PSN ID, so somewhere on PlayStation.
It's okay.
And are you available for podcasting if there's a chair on a podcast somewhere? Will you take the
With
chair?
quite reasonable rates, absolutely.
You quite happily accept bin bags, don't you, at the moment?
Because remember, people, this is the last time you will hear his dulcet tones. The last time you'll hear his dulcet tones, unless you, the public, save him.
Yeah, I'd say the only time I'm not really available.
Are you-
for podcasting is when the members leave.
Are you available for the new series of Games Master when it launches?
Absolutely.
Yes, the Games Pit Fighter, here we come.
Me, Dexter Fletcher, and Dominic Diamond to the death.
It'd be so like
Just for the
Street
record,
Fighter.
did anybody ever win the Steam Games Face? Was there ever a winner of that competition? Ever?
No.
Of course there was. Nobody cares.
We all care in our own special way.
Aye, but nobody else does. It's only the four folk on this podcast care. Nobody else ever does.
As long
Well, I
as-
don't know. After the show, I got recognised in our price, so I'm sure in a couple of years someone will listen to this and go.
You're gonna be on
a
on the phone to some kind of telephone banking somewhere, and someone's gonna go. Are you Math G? You are, aren't you? You're that bloke from the Euroshoot Challenge 3 podcast.
It'll be at one of Colm's
You're
bingo
fantastic.
You're that guy that looked at Kurt Russell, weren't you?
Just give
You
us
had that Kurt Russell style moustache.
recording.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favourite store on the station.
Connor,
You can find me yes,
reading bedtime
and not to
stories.
my
or
child,
something.
just to myself, just to get me through the day. You can find me at VDJOMB on Twitter. It's the same for PSN, and you can find me at Joypad and Me as well, and on their podcast.
Thank you, Connor. Angry Scotsman, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Furious. You can find me on Xbox at Furious. You can probably find me on PlayStation at Furious. Probably not actually. I don't even know what the PSN ID is that I was using. I don't even know what a PSN ID is. You can find me podcasting.
Welcome to Scottish news games journalism.
Yep. I was going to say, you can find me podcasting at Console Ninjas. I've had one show out since we finished this, so that's not bad. Haven't had a 6-month break. You can find me writing sometimes on Midlife Gamer, but you can find me writing all the time in Scottish Sun, on the newspaper and online, and all over Twitter if I've got a piece out. So every Friday, be sure to hit retweet and read whatever I've put out. It's always good. All killer, no filler.
Just be careful wandering around Scotland with your piece out.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot pieces were very different things. We've had this conversation previously. haven't
So
we?
yeah, yep. See, it's the it's
And that's
the
a callback
reunion show.
for
You
the
know what I mean? There we
Principals.
go.
That's to episode 4.
The only thing this is missing is if Connor reads out the PS Plus games and we just fade out into the night.
We'll let him. And you can find me getting my nappy changed by my home help, or you can find me on Twitter at Solemn67 or Last Save Loaded.
The most famous man in a diaper.
Yep.
Oh, if we're doing throwbacks, you won't find me in Wales.
Is that to put people off the scent? Are you actually in Wales and you're just telling people they won't find you in Wales because you're wanted in Wales?
Rumbled.
Yeah.
So, Connor,
I don't know what they are off the top of my head.
Last 3 months, please.
Yeah, it was some game and some other game and some other game and.
No. We're doing this right. It's a salute. It's a 12-gun salute. We'll wait until you get the list up. We're doing this right.
It's just a list of PS Plus games.
We just want you to read out a list of
give me a
PS
second.
Plus
I
games.
will
and
have
then
it somewhere.
We'll just fade you into the music, and we'll just salute.
Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I've got it up. PS4 is Broforce and Galaxy. PS3 is Super Stardust HD and The Last Guy. PS Vita is Flame Over and Reality Fighters. And Flame Over also appears on PS4 as part of Crossbar Fade to Black. See ya.
Bye.
Hello?
So, Uncle Stuart, how is the old Skylanders collection going for the nephew? You posted a pic there a while back. Is he gone? Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh. I was wondering what the silence was for.
When did we lose him?
I tell you what, there was probably a review copy of Sky. The time has expired.
I thought he was just being quiet in the background. Now he's gone. I don't know. Yeah, good boy, you plonker.
And welcome to the Year of Shame Challenge 3.
Year of Shame Challenge 4, we're doing it proper.
Yes.
Under 60 minutes. Good boy.
Give a review.
I quite liked it.
Are we
Oh, I
done?
didn't play it.
Are we stopping?
Yeah, we're done.
Catches.
Just to pick up on Stuart's Battle Royale thing.
We're
Cole,
still going.
who would you fight for? Year of Shame 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah, this is good.
I'd fight for a fucking extra 10 years, but there you go. What can I say?
What an extra 10 years of Year of Shame. Jesus Christ.
Is it us three or your best mate?
No, yous had the balls, yous had the charisma, and yous had the...
I swear to God I turned my webcam off.
I see you.
You said the charisma, so what does that mean?
I
You're
had
fear to us
the
more
best
than him.
crack with you lads.
Oh, there you go. So that means last save loaded is all
No,
shite.
I love
Face
Justin for every...
Oh, that's not to say you love him, but you're not in love with him.
You've grown apart, is what you're saying. He's not the man you married.
Just like your balls. Just like your balls, you've grown apart.
One down each trouser leg. like two conkers in a pair of tights.
That grass is cold in the morning.
It is. So's the baby wipe. Good night, lads. Say good night.
Good night.
Night.
Catches.